Welcome to episode 15 of the Middleborough High School Construction Project video series. It's December 8th and there's been a tremendous amount of progress here. We're standing in the rotunda where the finishes are finally coming together. The floor in the rotunda is a terrazzo floor system with a decorative symbol in the center. This will be the hub of the school and the center of all activity. The sidewalls of the rotunda are finished with brick. The same brick is utilized on the outside of the building. And the finishes get more intricate as you move up toward the ceiling of the rotunda. This is the monumental stair in the rotunda. It goes from the first floor to the second floor. It's actually in the form of a helix. It'll be finished with terrazzo treads and will have glass railings. This is the main entrance to the school. A lot of site work has been completed since we last were out here. Concrete sidewalks, brick and stone pavers, and a lot of paving has been done. And most of the area around here is up to subgrade. This little plaza will have a flagpole in the center and benches for seating. This is the main office reception area. It abuts the main entrance, and the foyer opens into here. All the administrative offices are in this area. This is the principal's office on the first floor of the C building. It is substantially complete with all the trim, floors, walls, ceilings, and electrical installed. The furniture and equipment for these spaces is going to be delivered in the next week. This is a second floor student collaboration area between several classrooms. It'll be used for study and for students to work on projects and get together. All the finishes in this area are complete except the installation of the floor. This is a typical science classroom. A lot of the cabinet work, countertops, and lab benches have been installed. One of the new features of the site is a greenhouse, which is located next to the building. It'll provide an opportunity for students to do agriculture, food production, and science experiments. The building contains an innovative photovoltaic array on the roof, which will produce electricity that'll go into the local grid. This project is sponsored by the Middleborough Gas and Electric Department. Every classroom contains a 75-inch touchscreen monitor system. This is a third-floor art classroom. It's a large space with a lot of light, and it can be divided down the middle by a movable partition into two separate spaces. This is a view from the student commons looking into the library. There'll be a movable glass partition installed, which will separate the publicly accessible space from the library so it can be locked up after hours. This is the entrance to the auditorium and the performing arts wing of the building. It's separate from the main lobby so that this portion of the building can be isolated. Since we were here last, they've completed the installation of the glass curtain wall. The monumental stair is mostly in, and a lot of the tile and brickwork has been completed. This is a view from on the stage, looking towards the auditorium. This stage has a very high fly area, so that scenery used on stage can actually be lifted up out of the way, so a modern production can be done. This is a view of the auditorium ceiling above the temporary dance floor platform. There's a tremendous amount of coordination of utilities in this area. HVAC, electrical, audio, visual. Those shapes that you see on the ceiling are called acoustic clouds. They reflect the sound in the auditorium from the stage to the audience. This is the Black Box Theater, which will be used for small performances and performances in the round, and it can also be used as a lecture space. Since our last time here, they've completed the installation of ductwork and a sound system. This is the two-story band room to be used for practicing and instruction. It's set up with storage for instruments, and it's acoustically appropriate for the use by the band. This is the TV Pro Studio. The ceiling's been painted black. This wall will be the green screen wall, which is tapered to the floor. We're in the gymnasium, where progress has been amazing since our last visit. The walls have been painted, a lot of equipment has been installed, acoustic panels have been put on the walls, the scoreboards and the Jumbotron have been installed, and you can see the basketball hoops are ready to go. Behind me, at the second floor level, is the glass curtain wall that separates the fitness and training room from the gymnasium. This is the outdoor fitness area. It replaces equipment that was located around the fields at the previous gym, and this is located immediately outside the rear entrance to the gym. This is the corridor and atrium space between the auditorium and the gymnasium. It provides access from the center of the school out to the athletic fields. We're standing in the student commons, and behind me is the main lobby of the building. To my left is the cafeteria. To my right is the Wall of Fame, which will be a dedication wall which will recognize the areas in the previous building that were named for significant people in the history of the school. Thanks for joining us in this episode. We'll see you again next month.